This is the Dollemore Daily, and I'm Jesse Dollemore. I know I'm a broken record when I say cruelty is the point for Republicans. And moreover, cruelty really is the point for Donald Trump. Yesterday in New Hampshire, I just talked about it in a video about his fat pig remarks to Chris Christie. And look, I'm not going to shed a bunch of tears for Chris Christie. He can handle himself. Whatever. But there was another element of the attack that was aimed at not only Democrats, but the DA in Fulton County, the prosecutor who is now overseeing his case in his attempt to overthrow our democracy, overturn a free and fair election, and the actions that he took that he performed, the crimes he committed in her particular jurisdiction, Fani Willis. And Donald Trump went on this weird, insane lie-spilling diatribe, just making up a story about an affair she had with a gang member while calling her racist. I'm going to play that clip in just a moment, but then he also went on this just cruelty-laden rant about Joe Biden and something about how this son thing isn't working out, meaning his offspring, his sons. Which, of course, if you know anything about Biden's history, he has two sons, one of whom died from a brain tumor, and the other is saddled with the affliction of addiction. It's just disgusting. And it gives something Republicans, it gives them something to latch onto and love. They love the cruelty. It gives them energy, while the rest of the world mourns at the loss of a once great, respected power. Watch this first moment where he's attacking Fani Willis.
And I probably have another one. They say there's a young woman, a young racist in Atlanta. She's a racist. And they say that she was after a certain gang, and she ended up having an affair with the head of the gang or a gang member. And this is a person that wants to indict me. She's got a lot of problems, but she wants to indict me to try and run for some other office. What's going on in this country is, and by the way, wants to indict me for a perfect phone call. This was even better than my perfect call with Ukraine. Remember that call? That was a perfect call. This one's better. This one is more perfect. I challenge.
Again, with the perfect phone call nonsense. I don't think Donald Trump understands or has any conception of what the word perfect means. There's no more perfect. It's perfect. Perfect. It is strange to me, though, that the call, the summary transcript of which we've all read, where he tried to extort a foreign leader for dirt on his campaign opponent, that was a perfect call. And then the call that we've actually not read the summary transcript of, we've heard the call. We've listened to the call and him trying to pressure Georgia Secretary of State Brad Raffensperger by saying, all I need for you to do is find me 11,780 votes, which is one more than we need. He's hatching a conspiracy to end democracy in America on the phone. And that's a perfect for him. Perfect call. More perfect than the time he tried to extort a foreign leader by holding hostage weapons desperately needed, especially now we know just how desperately those weapons were needed for a defensive posture against a threatening, encroaching Russia. But this nonsense about this affair, Donald Trump is lying when he says, well, I guess they are saying, because he's too much of a coward to just take credit for the lie himself. He wants to put it on somebody else. It did get worse, and I believe it is worse, when he's attacking Joe Biden with this nonsense about the son thing not working out well. There's two elements to it. One is the fact that he really has little respect for his own sons. He would throw them under the bus. But also just the cruelty in mocking a man who lost a son and almost lost another to drug addiction. Watch this.
Indict me. He's right. Great balls. But so they indict. So when they want to keep something, they say, oh, man, they got Hunter again. You know, at some point, Joe is going to have to say, you know, this son thing just isn't working out. Do you agree? The son thing. The son thing's not working out too good. All he had to do is pick up the laptop. Didn't the guy call him like 11? Pick up your laptop. Pick up your laptop. I wonder where that cocaine came from. What happened? Boy, that was the quickest investigation I've ever seen.
Do you think that Donald Trump modulates, he adjusts the act that he's putting on based on how stupid the crowd is, based on how few teeth he sees in the crowd, and then he knows to really turn on the stupid? Because that's what appears to me. Attacking Joe Biden and, by extension, Joe Biden's sons. Because we all know Donald Trump wouldn't hesitate to throw Don Jr. or the other one, Eric Trump, under the bus if it meant he would save himself from a hangnail. One of his sons, way too much neck. The other, way too little chin. We could combine them and have one whole human. I mean, if you want cruel, I have it in me. Donald Trump is a pesky, disgusting retrobate. Listen, it is. There are certain performances that I witness of Donald Trump, and it is a performance. I mean, it is who he is at his core, but this is like a sociopath's stand-up act for him. And sometimes, you know, it's easy to just, what a moron, and walk away. Sometimes it sticks with me. And when you have kids and you're witnessing a man with kids attack another man, the son thing's not working out, it's a bit much for me. It's too much for me to take sometimes. Anyway, what do you think? I'd love to know. We can mix it up in the comments. We can have a conversation there. You can also call, get your voice on the record. Leave me a brief voicemail, 714-576-4054. Of course, you can email me, daily@dollemore.com. Follow me on social media. I'm at Dollemore everywhere. And if you appreciate what I do, if I bring you value on a day-to-day basis, please consider supporting my work. There's the becoming a channel member by hitting join. You can hit the super thanks button, or you can go over to patreon.com/IDoubtIt podcast. The road to 2024 is going to be a long one. It's going to seem like even longer than it actually is. I'll see you next time. Be genuine. Take care of one another.